welcome to How Ines Rolls. Today I'm making a super yummy dessert and I can't wait to share it with you. It is called Milky Way brownies and I can't wait. Let's get started. So this recipe is going to be in 3 steps and most of it is going to be waiting for the brownies to cool completely. So it might take a couple of hours, actually more than that. So if you start in the morning and you're kind of doing errands or you're cleaning your house and stuff, by the time dinner comes, it'll be so ready. So right now it's about almost 4 o'clock for me. Yeah, we might be eating it tomorrow morning for breakfast. I'm kidding, maybe. So I'm just gonna get started. We'll probably have it later on tonight, but all of it is homemade and it's all super easy. Homemade with a little exceptions. So let me get my mixer, my big mixing bowl, and I'll start telling you how to make it. Okay, one of the first things that I'm going to do is melt a stick of butter. So this is only going to be enough for an 8x8, so I don't need a huge mixing bowl, but I do need to line an 8x8 pan with some nonstick foil. If you don't have nonstick foil, I'm assuming you can use regular foil and just spray some, but I went to the store and bought some because it was on sale. So let me go put this in the microwave and then get started. So I'm just putting most of my ingredients into the bowl. It pretty much says that on the recipe anyways, which this recipe card will be at the end of the video, which I like to always have for my friends. So I have my vanilla, I just put it in there. And I'm about to add some cream and the melted butter. But first, I think I'm gonna get the butter into the bowl, kind of get it going, and then add the rest of the ingredients. But I'll bring you closer. So I'm just going to put in this special fancy non-stick foil. I never use this stuff. Let me know in the comments if you do, because the lady at the counter at the register said she doesn't even use the other stuff anymore. This is all she uses. I could see why, but gosh, it's all against all my instincts to just want to spray. So I know it's not gonna stick. But okay, so I made the brownie according to recipe. Now it smells really good, but if you have a brownie recipe, you should use that instead because all it is just a brownie recipe. So all I'm gonna do is just scrape it out a little bit and use my spatula to smooth it out. So I'm sorry if this bothers you, some people out there. So I'm just gonna carefully put that in and spread it around. And I will put this in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes and then let it come to a complete cool. It smells very, very good. And I can almost see, I can almost see using a store box, but if you're gonna make it in a bigger 9x13, you'd probably have to double the ingredients that go on top. Darn, double the ingredients, right? But if you're having a get-together or a party, it might work. All right, we're gonna put it in the oven. I have commentators in the background. So this is just gonna go in and like I said, just cook for about 25, 30 minutes or so. I actually gotta run a kid to work, so this will be perfect. And that's that. Let me show you so far. Yum, yum. Let's put it in the oven. So I just pulled it out. It was closer to 30 minutes than to 25, and I got a clean cut. So I'm just gonna let it kind of come to a little bit of room temperature before I put it in the fridge because we just can't wait to get it to room temperature. So I wanna be able to get all these layers in and have it for, not before we go to bed, but more like after dinner, which I'm working on behind me. Orange chicken, and that's the Winco version, which tastes very similar to Trader Joe's. And I'm using my new mittens. These are awesome. I love them. And I got my mother-in-law and her sister, well, her My aunt, she crochets these pot holders, and you can find these on Cassidys.com. There's a link in my description box below. So let me get these ready, and then we'll put on the next layers. So I'm going to get started on the chocolate fluff part, the nougat part that would be inside of the Milky Way bar. Super excited. All it is just for this recipe, a little bit of chocolate chips, a little bit of whipping cream, and I'm gonna get that in the microwave to soften up and smooth out. Then I will add marshmallow fluff. It calls for a cup, and it's 7 ounces, but I could never get it all out because it's just really sticky. So you'll add this to the mixture, and that'll be the part that we put on top of those brownies. Then we get that to a cool, and I'll bring you closer. So I got that melted in. It was pretty much about a minute, 30-second intervals. And I'm just gonna mix this in. It's all nice and hot. So that's good, because I think that will be easier to melt down this marshmallow cream. So I just pulled this out of the fridge, and look at this yumminess. I'm just gonna put this evenly on here, on the brownies, and spread it out nice and even. Okay, I'm going to start on the caramel layer. So it's kind of similar to the chocolate fluff. It's just minus the fluff part. So we have the cream on some caramels, which is 8 ounces. I know I probably could have done the bits, but I looked for them and I couldn't find them. So I figured out I needed, the bag had 11 ounces. So I just lined up 11 and then just kind of filled it in. And it was about 32 actual pieces of caramel bits. That made 8 ounces. I feel so smart. So I'm just gonna go ahead and microwave those down, and I'll be adding it to the next layer. So all of these melting parts only take about a minute. So this is the caramel, and now it just wants to be introduced to all these yummy chocolates over here. Ooh-wee. Actually, Milky Ways are my favorite candy bar. So I cannot wait to try this. It's gonna have to cool though for a couple hours once I get the topping on the chocolate layer. But it goes pretty fast because I just put the chocolate fluff layer, the nougat part, just on a little while ago. And so I'm just kind of going step by step now. So you don't have to wait too long, just long enough for it to be able to spread without like pulling it up. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. All right, here's the last layer, and this one just has a tiny little bit of oil in it. A little vegetable oil, and then this will melt down. So I'm gonna watch this one a little bit more careful. I might even decrease the microwave power. So I'll let you know how I do that, but it won't take long. I just melted this chocolate at half the power level. So every microwave is a little bit, they have that option. You can decrease it, the energy level or whatever, the power level. So I did it instead of in 1 minute, I did it in 2 minutes, and it just seems a lot more smoother. So I highly recommend that even for the first batch. But this is gonna be delicious. And then I'm just gonna let that smear on top, and then I have to leave it alone for like 2 hours. Ugh. I have to wait that long. Ugh. Maybe I'll put it in the freezer and go 1 hour, but still 1 hour. I'm kidding, I can wait. Maybe we'll get some before we go to bed. But look at how yummy this is looking. Okay, it's been like 2.5 hours. I've been waiting patiently, or not so much. So what's really nice about this foil is that we could just lift it right out. So that's gonna make cutting it so easy, and it pulls away very, very easily as well. And so I think what I'm gonna do is just have a little taste of this and then wrap them up for the carpoolers tomorrow, not next week, because then, yeah, tomorrow. So let's see. Oh, this is gonna be great. If you don't have a pastry cutter, that's totally fine. Just use a knife. And I'm just gonna cut them into about 16 chunks. But let me show you here. Oh my gosh, look at that. You guys, it looks like a Milky Way. Holy crud. I bet it tastes like one too. So good. Oh my gosh. Let's see what the little boys think. What do you think?
Good.
So good? You gotta give one to Dad. I'm gonna put them in, I'm gonna wrap each one up and put them in your lunches, for like Ethan and Ashlyn and Cora. So good. You think they're gonna like it? So these Milky Way brownies are delicious. The brownie part is chewy. You can see the layers that look just like a Milky Way candy bar. And so I think this would be a great hit for a dinner party, a family dessert, you name it, it's gonna be good. The only thing is that it's going to take a little bit of time, so please be patient, but so worth the wait. So thanks for stopping by. Give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe if you haven't done so. I'm so grateful to all of you, and stick around. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next. I think I get another one.